Madam Chair.
Welcome, sir.
The rest of the committee, is good to be here. This has been a learning experience. I'm the executive pastor at Friendship West, Dr. Haynes, who's our excuse me?
For us, too.
Amen. I know that's right. This has been awesome today, and so to see the process in action has been enlightening and illuminating. But of course, as you stated, I'm here to support those 4 bills. I am the executive pastor there, and I want to kind of expand on what Pastor Batson says. We have a very large footprint in Dallas, Texas, about 12,000 members, and you can imagine all the way from Fort Worth, which is where I was birthed and born, so it's good to see folk in here from Fort Worth. Amen, though I'm in Dallas County now.
What happened?
And I've got Anderson County covered in the back. My folk are from Anderson, from Palestine, so I just feel like I've just got the whole state of Texas wrapped up in here today. But I want to speak, just very briefly, and thank you for your time and your patience, because I do understand that your time is important. But we have so many issues, and I want to talk about a little different spin on what we do as a church to help address the issues of those who are desperate, those who turn to these payday loan, auto title loan places, are people who are desperate. And when you are desperate, you don't always make the wisest decisions. When you're desperate, oftentimes you'll do things that you would normally do when you have to take care of a sister witness, when you're taking care of the health issues of a child. I mean, if a building is burning and your child is in there, and the fire department isn't there, you're going to go get your child. It may not be the smartest or the wisest thing to do, but I submit to you that in many cases it's the right thing. And so what we're here to do is to ask you to support those bills, to close the loopholes like everybody has been saying. What we're doing in our community, Pastor Madison talked about our FAME ministry. We spend over $125,000 a year for those who come to us with needs, who need their utilities paid so they don't have to turn to these kinds of entities, who have rents and mortgages. We support those things every year, no less than at least $100,000 a year, over $1 million a year of our budget goes to outreach. So we're doing our part, and many of you may not know, because we're in a down economic climate, some of the first thing that gets cut is the tithes and offering. And so we've got less to work with, and so we're here to ask you to not only close the loophole, but partner with what we're trying to do to address the issues that we're faced in with our community. And I ain't going to preach to you. I ain't going to preach. I promise you I ain't going to preach. But there is a text. Okay. There is a text. In Acts 3, where John and Peter were going to church. And there was a man who was lame from his birth. He was lame, he was paralyzed, and he was crippled. And the text doesn't say how he got that way. And so in many cases, we don't know how people got into the desperate situations that they find themselves. But Peter and John said, such as we have, in the name of Jesus, rise up and walk. And what I'm simply saying, they spoke about a power that was above and beyond them. And I'm saying to you that we want you to partner with us, because you've got the power to change what is happening to those. There obviously is a need for them in the community, but not the greed that's attached to that need is really unacceptable. That's what we're here for, and say partner with us. We're trying to educate. We're trying to improve the people, and these are all working people. Otherwise, this billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar industry cannot exist. So we ain't talking about people who carelessly, make decisions and do things that are going to hurt them financially. We're talking about the working poor. And they need support, they need help, and we're just saying leveling that playing field, partner with us. And I give you words, I'm a Trekkie, so I got to get this to you. Spock, when he told Captain Kirk, as the ship was burning up, he had to say to people, he said, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one. And we know that the needs that have been expressed today, that you can help make this state, make our communities a better place. We know that you have a heart. We know that you are passionate and have compassion, and that's what we're asking for, to help represent the least of these in our community.
Pastor Hill, that's some enthusiastic testimony.
Bless your heart.
I think I need to come to your church.
Come on over. You're so welcome.
There weren't from Dallas.
If you bring it on back to Fort Worth.
Oh, we can come over there. Hey.
Are there any questions, members? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.